Hello, welcome to Glasgow Rangers Nation here on YouTube. Guys, please obviously smash that sub and obviously ring the bell, help the channel to go. Guys, just walking around trying to get ready for work. Just wanted to bring you some news that I've just kind of come across, read, found out. As regards the, after the game yesterday. Now, apparently Patrick Stewart, who is the CEO of Rangers, went to speak to fans in hospitality yesterday after the game. Obviously, respect to Patrick Stewart for fronting up, respect to him for talking to fans. I mean, obviously it's the fans in hospitality, so it's not going to be the real die-hard psychotic, like, you know, ultras and loyalists, but, you know, fair play to him for doing it. Now, what was the outcome of this talk that he had with the fans in hospitality? Now, one of the things that really did kind of come out of it was the quote that he came out with was that the time to judge Philippe Clement is at the end of next season. That's the biggest one that stood out for me. There was some other stuff about our XG is trending up. The average age of the squad is down 4 years. The wage bill has been massively slashed. It's a rebuild project, blah, 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 bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. But what concerned me most is that one comment. The time to judge Philippe Clement is at the end of next season. Right, so we are prepared to basically say that this season we have failed. Season's over, it's done and dusted. And he is going to keep his job despite the fact he has abjectly failed this season. Despite the fact he has spent £20 million, despite the fact that he has brought in numerous new players, despite the fact his team has made zero progress, despite the fact that there is no discernible style, form, shape, or set of tactics on that football pitch. So if the team isn't making progress, and he's been here for 18 months now, and there's no signs of discernible progress in that 18 months, then why can he not be judged now? Because surely in an 18-month period, any manager worth his salt, any decent or half-decent coach will have made a team make some progress. You know, that's a fact. That's a plain fact. So look, the statement is very much clear. Now, I've been saying this for a little while now, that there is no way he gets the sack this season, that he is here till at least the end of the season, and I even predicted that he will be here at the start of next season. Looks like he will be here at the start of next season. Looks like he'll be here through the entirety of next season. Now, I'll tell you this, if he stays and he is here through the entirety of next season, Celtic will win yet another treble, their 7th in 10 years. That is a plain fact, because Clement is a poor coach, a poor manager. He is one of the worst managers in Rangers Football Club's history. I'd put him on the same level as Pedro, Paul Le Guen, Michael Beale. In fact, I'd probably say that all three of those were better than him. I'd say Beale was better than him. His winning percentage is better than him. As bad as Beale was, he's still probably better than Clement. Look, guys, we've got to face facts. There's a fact that we all need to face, and this is it, right? The fact is that this board do not care about the football club winning trophies, okay? This board care only about the bottom line, profit, money, etc. That's all they care about. Now, at the end of the day, the Park family, whoever it is, are interested in one thing and one thing alone, and that is making money, okay? So they don't care if we come second to Celtic in the league, if we become runners-up in the Scottish Cup, runners-up in the League Cup, and maybe occasionally we win a cup competition. Maybe occasionally we win a Scottish Cup or a League Cup. Maybe we fluke a victory over Celtic, or maybe we, you know, Celtic get knocked out and we get an easier team in the final. Because at the end of the day, all they care about is European football. All they care about is the bottom line and money coming in from Europe. As long as they're getting their European paydays, they couldn't give the two fucks whether we come second to Celtic, or whether, you know, whether we come second to Celtic by 1 point, 10 points, 20 points, 30 points. They don't care, because the money's coming in from Europe. Occasionally, of course, then you get a player who does well in the European competitions and he becomes a desirable asset to another club. Calvin Bassey, Nathan Patterson, for example. They get shipped on, the club makes more money. The fat cats at the top make more money from the club. You know, the realisation needs to come from this supporter base. And I think, you know, listening to and reading some of the comments on my video this morning, where you've got people actually backing Clement and people saying that, you know, that this is not on the manager, that this can't be put down to the manager. I mean, just clueless, absolutely fucking clueless. And people saying that it's not the board's fault, absolutely fucking clueless. And this is part of what is wrong with our club, that we've got a vocal minority within the supporter base who are happy to accept mediocrity, who, like the board, Couldn't give a monkeys if we finish second to Celtic. Couldn't give a monkeys if we lose to Celtic. Couldn't care less if we don't win a trophy in Scotland. As long as they have their sad little Thursday night, their Rangers Thursday night, yay, that's what we love. You know, which ultimately ends in failure when we come across a bigger team who's got more money than us. That's the way it works. I find these fans sad and pathetic, and I wish they'd go and support Queen's Park or someone else, you know, or go and support Celtic, really. But I'll be honest with you, that comment from Patrick Stewart, that the time to judge Clement is at the end of next season, is one of the most worrying I have heard in a long time. So those of you expecting him to be sacked today, tomorrow, next week, whenever, after the next defeat in the league, it ain't going to happen. He will be here until the end of next season, where Celtic will have won another treble. And we will be having this exact same conversation, because he ain't going to turn it around. If he hasn't turned it around in 18 months, he ain't going to turn it around in 2 years. It ain't going to happen. Just not going to happen, guys. You can see that from the way we play on the pitch. There is no discernible improvement. No discernible improvement in the quality of player. The only way to get better players is to have more money to invest in better players. We haven't got more money. We can't buy more players, better players, because we haven't got the money to do it. Therefore, we're stuck in a cycle where we have to get loans. We have to get the same standard of players and try and improve them, something Clement can't do. Hence why the cycle will never get better. Now, like I said, one thing we need to realise is that people at the top of business only care about the bottom line and profit and loss. They don't care about the fans. They don't care about the customers. They don't care about the football club. Now, you can talk all you want about John Bennett, Douglas Park, Graham Park, whoever, Alistair Johnston, Bin, Rangers men. They're Rangers men. They're Rangers fans. Yes, they are. Maybe, yes, they are Rangers fans. But I'll tell you what they are, first and foremost. They're businessmen with a love of money. Now, as someone who's worked in the private and public sector for over 20 years, who's worked in management positions, managing budgets, that's me. I've done that. I've managed budgets. I've managed million pound budgets, you know, in terms of wage structures, etc., etc. I'll tell you this for fact, from working with people above me, bosses, they couldn't give two fucks about you. They couldn't care less about their employees. They couldn't care less about the people that work for them or the people they serve. They care only about money. Money, that is it. That is the only thing that is impossible. That is their sole reason for being. That's why they're rich. And one thing you need to learn is that will never change. And that is how our board works. Our board are only interested in making money from this football club. Selling players, greasing off their little bit of the profit from the top, putting it in their greasy pockets, getting money from Europe, slicing a little bit off the top, putting it in their greasy pockets. That's the way it works, guys. That's how business works. And that's how Rangers Football Club works. And like I said, this club ain't going to change because the board don't care. The fans don't care. The fans care, sorry. The fans are the only ones who do care. The board don't, the players don't, and the manager certainly is living in cloud fucking cuckoo land. But he will be here till the end of next season. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching. We are the people.